Hi, my name is Daniel, as you might know, and welcome to the What is on My Mind podcast. At least I think that's what I'm going to name it. What's on my mind, or maybe should I name it What's on Your Mind? Because, you know, hopefully I don't think that what I think is too unique, but I do think that, oh man, I don't feel like doing this anymore. I had actually recorded an episode a little bit ago, but it got deleted. So I'm having to re record it, and that's kind of putting a damper on my mood, but that's okay. It's just a raw, vision of me. So I was just sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I have not been that active on YouTube as I was hoping. Um, and, I really do love making videos. Like, I like storytelling and cinema, but I realized I wasn't really doing any of that. So, yeah, I've been feeling rather down because of my environment, and I have so much on my mind. And I'm in the process of doing a vlog right now, actually, and I notice I'm just ranting a lot, and so I really just have a lot on my mind. And if you see me looking at my watch, it's because I'm just making sure that I'm in frame and that my phone is still recording, which it is, so that's good. Anyway, I have a lot on my mind, and I thought, wait, I have a microphone, I have a camera, I have headphones, which you don't really need headphones, but I have them. Um, and I could, I have the material to make a podcast. Why am I like stressing about this if I have what I need? So, I mean, I'm not stressing about it, but why haven't I thought about it? And so, yeah, I decided that I have so much on my mind. I have so much on my mind, and I just want an outlet to kind of collect myself. And I think that, I basically what I had said and what I'm saying now. This is my first introductory episode of the podcast, and I thought that I would just introduce myself so that you could kind of know who I am on a more intimate, like long spoken way. Um, I don't really have much of a filter, although that I do have a filter, and I'm going to try to be more authentic and raw with the podcast rather than the vlogs. I am going to, yeah, I have a lot of opinions and things to say, and I've been soul searching this past year. And I feel like I come up with a lot of good insight, and I think that it would be a disservice not to share what I've come up with. So I thought, stop emailing me. Sorry. I thought that that would be a good thing. I thought it would be something that I'm feeling called to do. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Doesn't matter. While I'm doing it, here I am. So, hello. My name is Daniel. I am a 20 something. On paper, I am a registered nurse. I am working from home in health promotion. Let me just say, my title is holistic health specialist. I work through an insurance company, not with, but through, to help the members promote their health and basically, you know, just have, we really try to encourage and people to take control of their health and blah blah blah. I love nursing. Well, I love science and I love health. So yeah, but that's like the bare bottom of the totem pole of my persona and my personality. Um, I love also I love photography. I've done photography since I was 14 years old, and I have learned how to do film photography. That's my like actual like passion, film photography. 35 millimeter and medium format so far. And I love music, and I love making music and music production and electronic music, all kinds of music. I love all kinds of music. That's going to be an episode, I think. The kind of music I like. What is it? Um, yeah, and what else? I like spirituality. I've been on a major spiritual journey, and I think that that's kind of the true passion of my heart right now, to kind of, speak about. I want to be, I want people to know that there is more, and that there's just so much wrong being spoken. There had notoriously in the past and historically, people have just gotten spirituality all wrong, and there's this stigma around it, and I want to break that down. And I think that we as a society, as a collective, are, ever since the COVID especially, we have really have this awakening happening right now. There is a type of renaissance going on spiritually. People are becoming more in tuned and aware and awake, and that's still, there is an active process that needs to happen for that. But it is, the door is open now. So I think that it's especially important that we are on the right path to you know fulfillment. Anyway, that's just an element of who I am. I am a kaleidoscope of thoughts and personas and ideologies, and the main point I'm trying to get across is that if there's anybody in this world that you can say, man, I think they love me, they get it. I just am doing my best to let you know that I can be that person. Um, I know that notoriously in my personal relationships, I have had this like battle and this conflict where it's either I'm not enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not tall enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm not whatever enough. And that, you know, in also on the same coin, it's I'm too aware enough, I'm too talented enough. I don't know, although I'm maybe not too talented, but I'm too much, and that in turn causes its own set of conflict. And so I am just on this journey of like finding my people, this middle ground. I had been too much or too little, and that has left me feeling like confused and almost crazy. Like, what is the truth? What do you mean? So yeah, if you felt that way before, then I would invite you to feel at home here. And I want this to be a bi-directional, thing. I really love hearing people's insight, and by all means, I don't think my perspective is the be all, the ultimate truth. I proudly proclaim that I know nothing. I have become aware to many, many things, but the more I've realized that the more I know and understand and dig up, the more I realize, oh, there's so much more to dig. The more I know and the more I learn, the more I realize, oh my God, I actually don't know anything. And I think that that is, the key there. And there's, um, you know, If you ever run across somebody who tells you they know it all, they know shit. They don't know anything. I can guarantee that. Because, yeah. So, anyway. So that's kind of, a little background. I, you know, I guess I want to explain a little bit about my situation because, although I'm by no means like a major online person, like somebody who's online, I have made myself. I've posted videos before, and I recognize that I kind of am being perceived maybe confusingly. Like, I think that a lot of people might not truly. A lot of people I've grown up with in the past. I've lived like 15 different lives, and I think that there is a version of me out there that is super juxtaposing to one another, and so there's different like versions of me, and I'm like in this dynamic season of my life where things just keep changing, and like, where am I right now? What is this? Do you even care? Do you wonder, why am I not at the bedside as a nurse for my nursing people? Or like, why am I a nurse, period, for my art people? How am I making music? What am I doing? Why am I was in like this beautiful apartment on the beach. I had everything I ever wanted, and why am I in this situation where I can barely even find a place to record this podcast episode? How did I find myself here? All of that is good, story time material for maybe future videos. And so I just have so much that I feel like I want to clarify, and I feel your energy, whether um, you want to believe it or not. I, I do believe that the energy around my the way I'm perceived, I am sensitive to it. I would say I am an empath, and I don't want to sound pretentious by any means, because I know how people, you know, that can be perceived by some people like, oh, I'm an empath. I'm blah 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 blah, blah, like far left ideology. Um, I want to say I am the most middle person that you probably will ever meet. So anyway, that being said, I recognize that there is this element of perplexity in my character and who am I and what do I stand for, and I just honestly want to figure that out myself as well. And I think that what better way to do that than by journaling, which is something I've been doing, and it's been really helpful. And I think that, there's power in the frequency and vibration of our words, and so what better way to really make sense of all of this than to do like a spoken diary. And so that's kind of what this is for me, is a spoken diary. I might just do like what I did in my day kind of episodes, maybe like a diary. Um, I have a list actually here. I'm taking notes because I know my mind can be kind of frantic. I do know that I want to try to limit my podcasts episodes to be around 30 minutes. I think that's a good um, length, and if you can, I would probably recommend watching it at 1.5 speed, because it takes me a second to formulate a thought. But anyway, if I look through here, let me just see some of my ideas that I've wrote. I really want to talk about the difference between religion and spirituality. I'll just leave it at that. um, I have here, I'm delusional. I'm not sure where I was going with that. Treating the future me as a friend. I want to be preemptive in my actions, like exercising, or, doing my laundry now rather than waiting until the last minute, because I know my future me will thank me, and my future me is my friend. And I want to be, when you go to a friend's house and you do the dishes for them, or, you make sure that you clean up after yourself, or you clean the room you're staying in, to be courteous because that's your friend. Why don't I clean, why don't I make my bed every morning? Why do I put off the dishes? Am I not a friend of mine? So like treating me as a friend, like how, like when I go to my friend's house, I love to do their dishes and, just do my part because I love them. They're my friend. And that also goes to, like, let's say if I know that they like butterscotch candy and they can't find it, and I'm at the store and I find butterscotch candy, of course I'm going to get it to them. So if I see something I like, for me, I am my friend. And so, like, yeah. And so anyway, uh, yeah. Oh, I have here the low vibrational energy of the gym. All those upper middle aged conservative daddies and the close minded wannabe side chicks, pretentious and phony muscleheads. You live in Central Texas. I don't know where this vibration, like this static energy is coming from. Like, relax. Anyway, how to use an incentive spirometer. Oh my God. An incentive spirometer is my favorite tool ever invented as a nurse. And, I wish more people knew about it. At the end of the day, that boils down to the power of breath work. Our breath is our superpower and and we all have the ability to control it. And that ability can decline with disease, and we can prevent that from happening through practicing breath work on a daily basis. So anyway, these are just some of the things. My top favorite albums of all time. Wouldn't that be interesting to know? Yeah, I think so. Um, the year anniversary is coming up of my work, my music, and I kind of want to do a more deep dive and understand. Like, I want to share my process of making this song, and because I don't think I don't think a lot of people realize how much effort and work that goes into making a song, and every piece, like the lyrics and the melody, and like every piece of a song, there is purpose and meaning behind it. And so I just, I think I like it, and I think that's interesting. I like to see when my artists break down their music, or like the artists I like break down their music. So I just thought I'd break down my music because I made it, and yeah, why not? It's my podcast, so if you don't care, don't watch that episode, I guess. Um, I just got this book, How to Read the Akashic Records. And I am learning how to access that, and I think that could be an episode in and of itself too. This is for like my intensely spiritual girlies out there. Um, yeah, there's gonna be good times to have here. So I hope to do an episode a week. As I said at the beginning of this episode, I don't always feel the best. So that becomes physically impossible at times. But, you know, in the winter, I'm doing good. I feel, no, I don't know. That's probably a lie. I love the pleasant weather. Like I said, I'm in this garage room right now. It's the garage. We made it a room. We insulated it as best as we could, but it's still very subpar. And the temperature in the room is the temperature that it is outside. And so in the summer in Texas, I am not well. And in the winter, it's freezing cold. And that's fine because I like the cold. So that's why I say the winter. I'm a little bit better. And why am I still here in this Well, it's not even an apartment. In this room. That's an episode for another day. There is a method to my madness, and I just want to clear up the air a little bit. And I have been listening to podcasts more, and I have been feeling inspired, and I realized I have valid things to say and points to be made, and truly, I've been feeling kind of alone because I don't see many people sharing. I don't see many people out there with a similar viewpoint or perspective as me. And I know my perspective and my viewpoint is not that unpopular. And I think people are just scared to really say like how they really feel in a way. And I want to kind of step out of my comfort zone a little bit and let people know that they're not alone. And, I might, my opinions very well might be bizarre for the sleepy sheep, but Jesus was a shepherd and he loved sheep and he left the 99 to go find and rescue that missing sheep. And all you little sheep out there, I want to encourage you. I want you to know you have power. There's so much power out there, and all it takes is to faith comes by hearing. Understanding comes by hearing. And like I said, don't get scared. I know I'm using a lot of Christian references. That's because that's my background, but these are fundamental truths there that you can find in every single religion out there. And anyway, that's the difference between spirituality and religion. And it's something I'm really passionate about, honestly. And I'm not trying to like grow complacent and like lukewarm in my faith, but also like there's just so much more. That goes back to my previous comment about how like in the church people are acting like I'm not Christian enough, or like great I am greater than thou. You know that person and you know who you are. That's all you need. Obviously you can probably tell of regarding my demeanor the lifestyle that I live. I don't really do anything, but I'm not gonna be somebody that I'm not. I was made this way, just like Esther was. And, if you want to cast the first stone, go ahead. But look in the mirror, honey. Just look in the mirror. We're all people, and you should never cast out somebody from the love of God when God saved the world. He didn't send his son for nothing. And so I digress. That's going to be an episode for another day. I don't even know if I'm going to include that in this episode, but I just came on here to basically just show you a little bit of my true personality. I don't know how much of this is truly broadcasted in my vlogs. So this is kind of just like me ranting about things I'm passionate about. I love books and art, so I think a lot of that my videos are gonna be about that as well. There's just so much to talk about, and I'm kind of actually excited to do this. I think that I have been focusing on music recently, and also I just kind of took some time to focus on my job because I'm kind of new at the job and I can't do everything at once. I'm just a poor little boy. Look at me. So yeah, but now that the future is going to be interesting, that's all I gotta say. But yeah, so that is kind of it. I please, what I was getting with that to begin with was it would mean infinitely so much to me if you would like the video, if you like it, and subscribe. I think a lot of you are not subscribed, and that's okay. It's not okay. Just subscribe. It'll be much easier it'll be better for everybody. And the more you subscribe, the more I have a true, like, good, valid, like, the more it'll help the algorithm and the more sheep I can reach. And I'm believing in the universe that I'm gonna be able to be a friend for people. And I think we, as a society, we're so connected. We are the most connected we've ever been. So how is it that we individually are the most alone we've ever been? With social media and the internet, we should be like so connected, but we're so alone. And I think that's a shame, and I don't want you to feel alone. So comment, and what do you want me to talk about? And we can have a bi-directional communication, and maybe I'll go on live. I think that would be cool once I garner more you know watchers, listeners. But yeah, so that's kind of like the vision I have. There's not really a concise thing that I'm going to be talking about. I am very passionate, like I said, about spirituality, but I'm also passionate about health. I'm also passionate about music. I'm also passionate about politics. We are growing aware as a society of the lies and the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And so, you know, everything that I like, a, a lot of what I say might be an opinion, but I would say 90-80% of my philosophy is based off of truth and what I've read in scripture. And, it's not my opinion. I don't know how better else to say it. It's just something you're going to have to wait, watch, and see. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself and see if there was kind of a market or like, an audience for a podcast. I'm not sure what kind of audience I really have on YouTube yet. I don't have very many subscribers, so I am aware that there might only be a little bit of you right now, but that's okay because, if I'm only just talking to one person, I love you. And I think you love me, especially if you've made it this far. And, you know, um, I don't regret it. And it's not like I'm wasting my time, because if I'm saving one person, that's one person. And that's a lot. And that's more than enough. So, yes. I just released a new Christmas song. It's on this channel. So I'm proud of it. I did a video, this is my first music video. Like, I actually made a music video, which was very difficult, but I did it, and I don't want to hear it. As I re-listen to it, I'm like, I kind of cringe, because I know it's not as good as I have it in my mind to be. I'm working so hard to make it as good as I have it in my mind to be. I just don't have the time, and I wanted it out by December 1st, and I came up with the song like Thanksgiving Day, and so I had like 2 weeks to do it. And I was going to Galveston for Thanksgiving, my hometown, for Thanksgiving. So I knew that, because in the song it's I'll be home for Christmas mix with Santa Baby, but I'll be home for Christmas, I'll be in Galveston for Christmas. And so I wanted to film the video there. Anyway, so maybe that'll be another podcast episode. Like I said, I have so much to say. And yeah, but you know, for today, I think I'll just leave it at that for now. Thanks for watching if you've made it this far. Yeah, this has been what is on my mind, and I will see you next time.